Yeah, we spoke about the forest produce, and somebody enabling. Sorry, I didn't get your name. Enabling the basic the tribals to whatever they live. That's their life. How do they bring more value to that? And we also heard about Simplify Agri, that he's enabling the farmer to uh, account for the things that he does, whether it's an expense or income. I am going into the whatever the demand that was there to into the lending. If there is a lending in India, one third of the lending is in agriculture, and it touches about 6.6 lakh villages. And there are the structured ways. There are public sector banks, 12 public sector banks, about 28 Gramina banks. There were 45, now they have become 28. Each state has a Gramina banks. And there is a primary credit cooperatives. There are 66,000 primary credit cooperatives on the ground, reporting to DCCBs, district cooperative banks, and they are reporting to state apex banks, and state apex banks and DCCBs deal with NABARD. We are here as NABARD is the National Bank for Agriculture. That is the arm of the RBI, and they are supervising the whole of agri credit. Agri credit is not small. It's 28 lakh crore, mandated, budgeted. It has to be delivered. It is not like consumer finance or MSME finance where you do your own business budgets. This is mandated by the government. It has to reach farmers. There are 145 million farmers, 14.5 crore farmers. Out of that, 120 million, that is 12 crore farmers, have been identified under PM Kisan scheme. What it means is this farmer gets 6,000 rupees into his account. What it means is there is already an account, there's a connected mobile, there's a connected Aadhaar, and they're receiving the money. What are these people? The people, farmer is identified, land is also identified. Both are digitally available to us. But when we looked at Kisan credit card, which is started in 1998, it was taking about 3 months to 6 months to deliver a loan. Ask how many of you are farmers or farmers' daughters and sons, or where your grandfather or family member is a farmer. I'm a farmer's son. I'm a farmer too. I hold some land. It takes tons of papers. And what are the costs to the farmer? It is 10% of the loan amount. If the average ticket size across the number of farmers who are taking Kisan credit card from 1998 is 1 lakh, 10,000 rupees it costs the farmer to reach the bank. What it means is, farmer in a village, the taluk office is somewhere else, the bank branch is somewhere else. It is open between 10 and 5. You have only one bus to go back. If you don't go back, you will sleep in the bus stand. You know what are the kind of thing. What we looked at is, what is he bringing? He is bringing himself. He is not literate. He is bringing himself, carrying a thali of papers, which he doesn't know what it is. Somebody tells him, carry this. And he comes to the bank, and I'm a banker. I spent 20 years in banking. I send him back all the way because your KYC is not proper. Even if I say so, he doesn't know what it's right or wrong, and he respects the banker, right? Today, that is solved with Aadhaar, DigiLocker. Most of these DPIs are working very well. Government is doing a fantastic job. And once the identity is available there, it is connected to a mobile, and he gets an OTP or a biometric works there, and he is getting 6,000 rupees deposited into his account. Now there is a scheme called, saturate this population with some loan. What is that simple loan is? Kisan credit card, which is available up to 2 lakhs with no mortgage, only hypothecation. Hypothecation, nothing but a declaration and an entry into the land record. So we figured out in 2000, working with a Gramina Bank in Karnataka, it is taking few weeks. There it was taking 8 to 12 weeks. The back and forth, same 10,000 expense by the farmer, and 2 to 3,000 rupees for the bank to receive that farmer and process the papers. We have figured it out. We can make it zero cost to the farmer. It can be 15-20 minutes exercise, enabled, not digital, physical. We can enable the branch. We picked up 1,100 branches. We built it in 3 months' time. During Corona, and no branches were open, no customer was able to go to the branch. We launched it. Today, we have touched 500,000 farmers in Karnataka and across 5 states. And if you go and see the ULI, Unified Lending Interface of RBIH, we are one of the fintechs who is behind that. We have built that along with RBIH. We want to go to the next level. Make it completely digital. Can a farmer sit under a tree, give a missed call to the bank, receive a message on his link in his own language? Can he take 2-3 steps? System takes 2 steps, and the money is delivered into his accounts in 3 to 5 minutes. They give us a 5 minutes time. We have achieved in 3 minutes. This was showcased in G20 in 2023 to Ajay Banga, World Bank chairman, and he was surprised that India can do this. And we do about 300 to 500 files a day. We are scaling up to 3,000, 5,000 a day. And here we are touching every farmer up to 2 lakh rupees. And we work with Gramina banks, public sector banks. We are stepping out to state apex banks and private banks if they are willing. And so this is completely what you call digital, paperless, presenceless, bankless, branchless, call what you want. This is what is our product is out. We call it NeoLending as new ways of doing things which were being done. I've touched 2 million farmers with paper, manual processes, signing in 10 places. Today, we can process any amount of loans without any people behind this thing. It's all automated. Any questions, I'm happy to take. I can show you a video if you can play a video. 2 minutes video if I can play. Can you play this video? That's what happens in UP, MP, Tamil Nadu, Odisha, Karnataka. We're targeting to go to about 18, 20 states. We're ready for 10 states. 5 states have gone live. Can you play that? Any questions?
Yeah, so great, wonderful. You guys are doing a fantastic job. Big problem to be solved. It's not clear what's your business model is.
Okay, so surprising, we were just a startup with about 3 months in existence. When we went to a Gramina bank, they said we cannot take you, and there was no policy to take a small company like that.
Take you as what?
We don't have a budget for the building this.
Is it a technology provider? Is it?
We are a TSP, technology service provider. We are not a LSP. We are not a lender. We just give the technology, right? So we had a pay-per-use model. Per file, it costs you anywhere between 100 rupees to 300 rupees. That's all. It was costing him 2,000 to 3,000 rupees per file to process the file. That is like 95% cost reduction for the bank. It happens in 3 minutes to 15 minutes. If it's physical, it's 15 minutes. 3 minutes if it is digital.
So who pays this to you? Bank
pays.
So
bank
you are signed up as an LSP then?
Yes, TSP.
Yeah. TSP
and
or
bank
LSP?
Pays us. Customer actually up to 2 lakhs or 3 lakhs, they cannot take a processing fee from the customer.
Correct.
But they collect 2,000-3,000 as a paperwork. Now they've cut it off. There's no paperwork at all. E-signing, e-stamping, and digital verification, digital land record access, hypothecation marked on the land in real time, completely digital.
So these are what, KCC loans or anything
else? It is KCC, Kisan Credit.
Any other loan products?
Crops.
Yeah. Any other loan products you're trying?
See, we are built for the farmer. Once you build for the farmer, we have identified the farmer, we have identified the land, we have identified the need. Now we can extend it to, they've taken the simplest product, highest delivered product. There are like 7 crore live cards and about 30 crore people have received the cards so far in the last so many years. So we're going to the next level. It could be equipment finance, tractor loan, warehouse receipt loan. I think he is wanting some warehouse receipt loan. We go by the segment of customer. We don't go by the product. Product is super hard to build. We build for the MSME, consumer and Agri. Agri is farmer. And we also propose to DigiLocker to have a farmer DigiLocker and Agri DigiLocker, so that all the data comes in one place. With an API, I can access all of that. Today, I am going to every state to build this API. It's a hard work for us. So,
thank you.
Any other question?